Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. No. Oh, forgot. Gotta turn the microphone down. Well, headphones, I should say. Because otherwise it'd be out of sync. Honestly, that's one of the more annoying things about editing is syncing up the audio. I mean, granted, often than not, that's usually the only editing I do. Like, the job is good. Sometimes I add stuff in, sometimes I don't. It's like, it wasn't this Let's Play that... Well, I did insert a picture of the cats in the previous part, I think. So that technically counts as an edit, and me, like, also pointing out, like... Ken Nanjo, was that his name? The guy from Persona 1 and technically 2. Because, you know, the Nanjo group was mentioned and he's the head of that. Whatever. This is by far one of the worst parts of the game. I love this game, even though I've only played it the one time prior to this Let's Play. I see this as, you know, possibly my favorite in the series. And I've played Persona 1, 3, 4, and 5. But this section of the game's ass. And I'll tell you why. Except no, I won't tell you why. You'll see soon enough why I see this section of the game as being a bit ass when it comes to time. Yes, you said this last time. I think I talked to everyone. Oh. Join team now, so it's different. Anyone will be able to tell her she's a robot. I don't think you look at the robot thing there. I'm next normal. Well, that's gonna be tough. Cute, super cute. What do you think I met a machine that was so cute before? Can we actually go to the top tonight or not? Yeah. This is what I hate about this section of the game. So, if you've been paying attention, I have kind of alluded to something that's gonna pop up and be super annoying and waste our time. So, we had exams that wasted a week. We had a holiday, which is nice enough, got some plot, but that means no talkers, no social links. So that's 4 days wasted. And yeah, it kinda sucks. And if you thought that was bad, just you wait. We're gonna have our time wasted even more. The full moon is literally within days, maybe about a week. Full moon. Well, actually, we've got a bit over a week. But I tell you, man, that's a false sense of security. Let me say that much. We're not gonna get much time to do much of anything. Bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. Mitsuru. I know what you plan. Someone watching this video might also know what you plan to do. You played the game before. Those who haven't, I'm just saying. Nothing. And I still can't complete those damn quests because we're never gonna go to the freaking mall during the daytime. Because we've been stuck in a loop of constantly skipping days. Bollocks, man. How are you supposed to clear Tartarus in a medium amount of time? It just seems impossible. And there's nothing to do on a Thursday night. We've maxed out our charm. Actually, we can't max out, you know, our intelligence or academics from here. And this shop where we need to visit, it's closed at this hour. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. I want to check something with... Like, how long is the deadline on those quests to get to the top? as far as we can go of Tartarus, because I'm gonna end up having to do this all in the night before the full moon at this rate. It's freaking ridiculous. Everyone will be exhausted. We'll have a lot more trial and error with the bosses because everyone will miss more likely. It's just super annoying stuff. Yeah, we can just buy a platinum watch from the store. Yeah, we gotta get it by the 4th. We don't even get the freaking any time here. It's bullshit. So we got 3 requests on top of all that. It's like this requires us to get to the top of Tartarus as far as we can go. Currently, we haven't even been to Tartarus since before the freaking previous full moon, and the next full moon is going to be coming up soon. So not only we gotta do that, but we also gotta get these greasy gears and this stupid fragment shit. And the shell of a man is apparently in the lab at school. I looked that up. But I haven't been able to do that because we get no time to do anything. Seriously, I get this was the first game to have this, you know, having your own life day-to-day kind of thing going, but they really botched certain sections of the game when it comes to the amount of time they give you, because you don't get time to do shit throughout all of this month, really. It's like, let's recap. Okay, so here's how it went. We had exams last week. This week, we had the trip to Yukari. And as you can probably tell, even if you haven't played this game before, we're not gonna quite get another full week to do anything. Spoilers. I won't spoil why that is, but it's bullshit. Developers are assholes for making it so you get 3 weeks where you don't get to do anything for the most part. It's like, all of this month, you just get the first 2 weeks, and you freaking got the mission on the freaking second week, so you don't really get much time here. Summer sucks. How's the next month looking compared? Well, we got a festival. Then we got another kind of holiday of sorts. Then we got exams in October, hooray! And then exams in December. Seems a bit harsh if you ask me to have week-long exams like that, but I guess, you know, it's like, you know, for real, well, it's not really realism. Sure, you'd, you know, be focused on the exams, but surely you'd be able to do something during the evening at the very least. Like, study, maybe, you know, increase your academics, but no. Dragons just go straight to bed after they've answered one question in class for some reason. Bullshit. Time management sucks. Honestly, it kind of feels fitting, you know. Summer sucks in this game with this time bullshit, and summer for me this year was fucking awful. Because as I've mentioned a number of times, my mother passed away in July. She was in and out of hospital throughout spring. This year can fucking shut. You know, that's another thing I've been thinking about. Let's actually go back there so twice, so I can play my guitar there. Because, you know, every year I do the New Year montage, and this year I'm kind of like half and half on it. Because one, it's like, do this every year and, you know, it doesn't really get much views, it kind of feels pointless. But that's never bothered me enough to the point where I'd be like, ah, fuck it. But, you know, my motivation has taken a nosedive this year. This year has done a number on me. But, so I think what I'll do with the New Year montage this year is I'll probably have, like, during the intro, like, text explain how crap this year is. Like, just maybe have some MIDI keyboard and stuff like that. It's like, I'm thinking of, like, Ableton, I think, is what the person who made Yuminiki used for the soundtrack of that game, because a lot of the sounds are in that software. It's like ominous FUD where it's like boom, boom, boom. Probably have something like all dark and all that, the text section. And I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I should be like, that's the chorus of a song I wrote back in April. It's like thinking, maybe I can like do the chorus of the 3 songs that I've wrote this year, just instrumental or something like that, and have that be the New Year montage. But I might try, I just don't feel as motivated. It's like, if this year hadn't gone to shit the way it did, I would have probably be like, okay, let's try to figure out how to play a track from Undertale. So over the Undertale section of the New Year montage, you know, do a cover of that. But I'm like, I just don't have the motivation for it. Best I can do is like maybe for the Little Buses section play like a kind of medley where it's like, that's just Song of Friends, which is a song in the Little Buses. But I'm just like, the inspiration, the motivation's just not there, you know? And then I get random other ideas where I'm like, okay, like I did earlier in the year where I did that, what was it called? Resolve Gum Guy's recommendation from Level 3. Where I did a cover of that. It's like, not for like New Year montage ideas or anything like that, but it's like thinking like, you know, soundtrack of Mystery Dungeon. I was playing along to it on guitar yesterday for like 2 hours. I just had the soundtrack up, the entire soundtrack. Got about an hour into it when I was like, okay, let's, you know, just go with a different track or something. Sitting on the side of the edge of the bed playing guitar for that long really hurt, man. My ass was sore. But I noticed stuff, it's like, I wanted to like, because maybe I'll like, do like what I did with the Resolve thing and like play over it, because I know how to play the Runaway theme. When it's like, whatever it does. There's also the goodbye theme, you know, as they always have. Where it's just like, which is basically just a variation. I've noticed when playing along to that soundtrack, they reuse that melody a lot in a lot of tracks. But that's not the only one. There's another one that I couldn't quite figure out how to play. Where it's like, do 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 do, whatever. You know, it is like at least 2 different melodies that are reoccurring in Mystery Dungeon. I just don't know how to play the other one. I tried playing along to it, but I can't remember how it goes. So, anything else to do before I... Oh yeah, that was another point I was making. Back to the montage, right? You know, it's like with my montage videos. Much like Mystery Dungeon has the reoccurring melody. You know, I kind of see it a bit like Jurassic Park. It has a similar vibe where it's like back and forth. It's like... Actually, it is. It's the exact same notes now that I think about it. It's those 4 notes, except Jurassic Park goes... And then it's like, oh, suddenly we got a freaking flat 7 out of nowhere. Whereas Mr. Dungeon's like... Where it's just kind of going back and forth between those notes. Wait, actually, now I'm confused myself. How'd Jurassic Park go again? Yeah, so it's basically... So for Mr. Dungeon, it goes... Whereas Jurassic Park is... It's basically the same thing, kind of. Like, Mr. Dungeon is like, goes 1, 2, 1, 2... Wait, no, 1, 2, 3... Do-do, do-do-do, do-do. And then... Because it just goes straight through, it's like, there's no repeating notes until this bit, where it's like, goes back to the previous note after hitting that note right there. Whereas Jurassic Park is playing the exact same notes, except the repeating bits right at the start was like... Anyways, you know how like reoccurring melodies, motifs or whatever, motifs in music. Same with my new montage, I always incorporate this. I mean, I can't really play it quite the same way on guitar, but I'm always repeating that kind of F major add 9 mixed in with an A minor chord kind of thing. I've never been able to fully replicate the original one that I did in the first New Year montage, but I've been trying to replicate it in every single one since. Let's get on with the damn game. Let's see if the monk is in town. He is. Oh, it's you. It's Tetsu, seems to be thinking about himself. Spend some time with it, Tetsu. What a strange kid. Tetsu seems bemused. Meanwhile, I'm bemused. I thought your face looked familiar. Here again, kid. Even Buddha's not that forgiving. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna hand you over to the bouncer and... Well, there's no Buddha in this world, so alright. Stop looking at me like that. Sit down. Sit down and shut up. Tell me, is it fun passing an old monk like me who's old wife and kid left him? How come you're always alone when I see you? Don't you got any friends, kid? Oh, I can't say I do. What the hell's that supposed to be? Oh, you do or you don't? Yeah, give me a straight answer. Just seems a little upset. You don't know what the right answers are for me because you don't give a shit. Because, you know, Tortoise Man here and Devil Man, those two are the only ones at night. So, you know, you can take your time with their social links, it doesn't matter. It's a friend to you anyway. Where do you draw the line between friend and not friends? Let's find a friend at some of your old dinner. This voice is freaking doing a number on my throat. True friendship is seen through the heart, kid, not the eyes. People always want something in a relationship, and all you really love is self. Don't call somebody who doesn't like you your friend, do you? No, you don't. Because you know you won't get nothing wrong, right? It means in this world, there's nobody knows dear. The end of that lonely road of love, kid, you're the only one that's standing there. Well, you see those dames over there, the ones on the dance floor. If you bring them over here, I'll be a friend of eternity. Mitsuru seems to trust you. You send Mitsuru then and now. The dirty old man. Mitsuru's voice rings in your head. The tower has been shattered. What does the tower represent? Unusual bug social individual rank 4, level 3, whatever. I always call it rank instead of level. Tower's cool. Even though we can't even make a tower persona because we're still too under level to the base level 1. Which goes to show how unbalanced some of the arcana are in this game. You're getting sleepy. You try to talk to me, eh? You act like you gotta doze off any second now. Come now, kid, you gotta come back again anyway, even if I tell you that twice. So to get back to the dorm. What will you do? You will study, because you never get... You know what, if he gets exhausted from this, I'm gonna be pissed. Because we haven't been to Tartarus in forever. If you get exhausted, I'm real freaking loaded. Okay, good. So like, I don't care if it would take forever to freaking reboot of the game, because the way the game resets makes it so that the capture card would disconnect. I don't care about that shit if...
Good morning. Please wake up.
Aigis, I have something...
Mission accomplished.
...to say about you. When I was writing the description for the previous part that I uploaded last night, I spelled your name as Aigis. But then I saw in the video itself that it's spelled Aigis. I was a bit confused, so I looked it up and apparently they changed it in the localization to make it more obvious on how her name is pronounced, which honestly seems kind of pointless because she talks anyway. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it. Because I was like under the impression it's spelled with an E, and it is. It's just the localized went with an I instead to make it more obvious that it is Aigis. I think her name is based on like a Greek thing or something. So it's not like it's Japanese in origin or anything. They just like, nah, it'd be confusing. It'd be CE, it'd be like, Aigis? No, it's Aigis. She even says her name, man. Or do they just take into account people who were deaf, maybe? Or people who, for whatever reason, only play video games with a sound box? I don't know. I mean, if they were deaf, would it even matter how it's spelled? You are my alarm clock. Why are you here? You should accomplish.
The paper on the wall says, do things 5 minutes early. Therefore, I woke you up 5 minutes prior to the triggering of your alarm clock.
Do things 5 minutes prior to what you need to do. That includes things like taking a piss. Even though you do not need to, 5 minutes earlier, you will still do so anyway and look weird standing in front of the toilet doing nothing.
Hey, are you awake? That girl disappeared and we can't find her anywhere. Think you can help us out? She might have gone out on her own, like she did in Yakushima.
I am not a girl. I am Aigis, and I am here.
Huh?
It's like, how dare you assume my gender? I am genderless, for I am a mechanical maiden. I know maiden implies female in origin, and I appear and sound female, but do not call me that, for I don't know. Also, the thing has got a freaking big ass bed, but it looks uncomfortable as all hell at the same time. Look how flat that looks.
Aigis, how did you...
He stepped out of the abyss.
He was asleep, so I unlocked the door.
To throttle his throat.
That's unlawful entry. Didn't we tell you to stay in the command room at night?
I propose to be on standby in this room from now on. Is this acceptable?
What? No, it's not acceptable.
If there is a problem, then I will address it promptly.
The problem is, it's against dorm regulations. Well, don't just sit there. Tell her.
Honestly, I feel like you go, I don't care. You gotta have your own room.
See? He agrees.
I will do as told.
All right, I'll have a room prepared for you on the 3rd floor. You can stay there. Oh, and don't leave the dorm by yourself, okay?
I will do as commanded.
I'm tired. I have practice this morning, so I gotta go.
Usually I have like archery.
Everyone goes to a place called school in the morning. I comprehend.
Everyone goes to school, even people who have graduated. Though when they appear at school, they either work there or are escorted off the premises, unless they're simply there to pick up their own jewelry. Exam results will be posted today. You sucked at exams. That is my examination of this report. I am thinking of going to Tarkus in the evening, if it's all the same to you today. I'm gonna stop that. So, yeah, we feel all the shadow from the knockout, so what's gonna happen next? Oh, who knows? Well, regular people don't even know about the knockout, right? I mean, no one will ever know about anything else. That kinda sucks, I think. Yeah, with stuff like that, I always think, you know, everyone's all like, okay, Dark Hour gets wiped out, and all that, everything, it's just like, everything will be resolved, you know? But you know, what was the quote often, the best laid hands of man often go in late, and go in late, often go around shit like that. You know, you can tell that it's not gonna be quite as good. It was just posted. So I had to go look at your failures. Well, I've already failed. I can't read Japanese. Wow. You know, even if I zoomed in on that, would I be able to tell what's written on that board? I was watching. What's her name? Gab's Molders or something like that. Well, I've been subscribed to her channel for years, but I haven't really watched her videos in years at the same time. Watching her playthrough of Death Knock 2, because I played that earlier this month, because I got that for my birthday. So I played through that, watched Manly Badass Heroes playthrough, and I'm watching her playthrough. And she'll just like translate kanji characters in the scenery. It's like, one, how the hell are you so good at that? And two, how the hell can you even see what that kanji character is? Because you'd have to be zoomed in to see it. Like, I don't get it. It's like, in my Little Busters Let's Play, I'm doing that all the time in editing. But like, okay, turn into Japanese, see what this kanji character is. It's like, for example, in my last video that I recorded, well, Little Busters is the last part that I edited. I think it was the last part. It was one of them. Because I mentioned, like, anxiety. Because, you know, I think Bags Ricky was feeling anxiety or something like that. So it's like, well, the kanji characters for that. So the kanji characters looked up what they meant, and it kind of makes sense. It's like you got the first kanji character is basically un, as in, you know, the opposites. And the second kanji character means like, you know, ease and stuff like that. Basically the opposites. So you got the one that the first kanji character contradicts the second kanji character to reverse it. So instead of feeling ease, you feel unease, hence anxiety. Kind of interesting to see how the kanji characters come together, so you know, make meanings like that. Like the same could apply to English, but you know, it's just something you never really think about. It's like, okay, how do you get this word in English? Like, because with English, it's borrowed from a lot of languages over time, you know? It's like, we already, you know, get the meaning, say anxiety, we know what that word means. But do we know its origins? What form ultimately made that exact spelling of anxiety, that pronunciation? It's like, well, no, we don't know. We'd have to look it up. Unless, I mean, some people don't. You get the idea, some things like that you just don't know. Oh, I apparently earned a pretty high score on this one. Feel as if some of your classes are staring at you. They're not even looking at you, man, unless they'll give you the side eyes. God, it's increased. It's already been maxed out though. On some of those levels, so I'll go back. I need to get some shit. And for today, we're gonna be hanging out with that loser over there for the day. First. And next we get some vacation. Too bad our exam scores have been posted. And why can't we wait until after we've enjoyed our freedom? Oh, there's no such thing as freedom in this month, Junpei. It's like being the protagonist of Persona 5 or in a cell this whole time you don't get to do nothing. I guess I did okay again, but I better do some study on some vacation. I wonder if that statement will have any relevance to us. Hint, hint. Summer sucks, man. I sweat so much my shirt gets drenched. Hey, Makoto-kun, what the hell is that? Private. There seems to be anything different about the charming use. We got a rooftop. And alright. It may be small time now. You rejected Yukari, how could you do that? You have to have max charm to initiate the social. I thought I'd just talk to her, I didn't realize that was gonna happen. We're gonna be hanging out with her tomorrow to initiate that. Whenever tomorrow is, because we're gonna be good times. So God knows if I'll even get around to that. It's like the average score went down this time. I guess it's not a bad thing. To tell you the truth, I'm a little disappointed since I could have scored about 20 points higher. I had to study harder during vacation. Dude, I was screaming for chicks the other day at the station and I couldn't find it. Is it possible that this is the only school without chicks? I wonder if Chihiro has just disappeared. It's just like you maxed out her social link. Or I think you can still hang out with her even after you maxed it out. I'm not sure. To be called, pretend like I was just walking in when Mitsuru Senpai comes out to get close to her strength. It's my plan, but I'm all nervous now. No more things. I don't care about that ghost, but I wish I could ask them when they're spreading that. I mean, they're dead, they shouldn't bother living governments. But it's only happy syndrome that's been going around. I heard it was the work of ghosts. I think that a couple committed double suicide a long time ago. Now they're infecting couples with happy syndrome. This sounds like a case for Kazuo Yashiki, protagonist of Death Mark, and Death Mark 2. Except not really, because it's not a paranormal phenomenon. Technically. I mean, you could kind of see the dark hour like that, but oh, girls disconnected. Let's get out of my nerves with all that. You better study crap. I'm gonna go for some vacation, but I don't know if it went. It sucks. Oh, don't you worry, dear. Oh yeah, that's another thought I had as well. Vacation sucks. It's an illusion. I've not been on a holiday in years, but you know, take this into account, right? Notice that. You don't cast a proper shadow like I do. Are you by chance? Was it vampires that don't have shadow or something? Probably that is her shadow underneath her, but it's not as detailed as mine. So yours is fake, clearly. Anyways, say. My sister went on holiday with her kids to Disneyland a while back, right? Coach trip, very over half a day for her to get there. So you know that's one day wasted and a lot of effort to get there. Granted, all you're doing is just sitting in a coach that looks uncomfortably too small, and then you're on a ferry for God knows how long. Then you arrive, I assume, you know, get to the hotel, gotta sort all that crap out, and maybe you get a day, maybe 2 days or wherever, where you can just enjoy yourself. And then the day you gotta head back, well, you gotta pack up and get ready for the long trip back. So really, how much of that time would you be spending in your vacation enjoying your time off when you've constantly got to be on the move and organizing shit, eh? But, you know, this is Japan we're talking about here. Holidays, they don't exist. Work! I know. How much of, like, the population of Japan kind of, lives up to that where they, you know, work constantly and don't find time out of the day to just enjoy a vacation. I don't know, it might just be a stereotype, you know, where it's like, okay, in order not to be seen as lazy, we will never take a vacation, which doesn't really make sense to me because, you know, everyone's gotta have downtime. It was some vacation. I used to love some vacation when I was a kid. Now it's like, whatever, just don't get excited about it. It's true, really, when you think about it. Stuff like that. Enjoy as a kid, but as you get older, not so much. The lab's on the first. Got anything to sell? Hi there, I have a dodgy controller. I've got a book cover. I've got bread. I've already got bread. What are you gonna say? So I'm on vacation. The shop is closed to the duration, so I guess that means I don't get paid. God, seems good. Nice. It's like, oh yes, some vacation. Why do you go on vacation? It's like I can't. I don't get paid. I don't get paid, I don't have money, I got bills to pay, I go work all the goddamn time, life's just a big freaking scam. It's like you're just prepared to be in this freaking loop of just work, return home, pay bills, sleep, crap, eat, and repeat. I don't think the lab is this way. Oh, hi, Mitsuru. I was just reading the article. Hey, this guy looks sick. I wonder if he has some business. Oh, just play back to these shows. Oh, this is Aigis. Seems to be the dark room for the photography. It's so sorry. Wait. It's a science room. Oh, wait, not the lab. Then. I think about it, so I think of those people who squint and hold a pencil up to something. I would do that, especially guys, just what to look for. Door happens to be unlocked today. Yeah, only because we can complete this quest at any time. Your voice inside. Well, what should we do with it? We can't burn it because that would release harmful chemicals. Maybe we should just throw it away. Would you like to enter? Oh, hi, Makoto writes from the junior class. Do you have any interest in this anatomical model? We were about to throw it away. It's old and ugly, and the students think it's creepy. I'd say they disagree with them either. We promise not to make any mission improvement to habits. Please take code together. What kind of school is this? Well, we're about ready to leave, so confuse Tamed on top of the struggle now. Anatomical model. I mean, how big of a model are we talking? Is it like life size? If so, how's he carrying that thing around? God, this first video is gonna have nothing accomplished whatsoever. Wait for my boyfriend. We're going to the flower shop near the train station. I wonder if they made it so you could work there and everything. I don't think you can. Can you work in this game? I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, in Persona 5 you can get a part-time job at a flower shop. Our revenge request website might be real, you know. No, some guys first thing to sign up. Okay, so it was their sister. Cousin. You know, that's how I feel with the, well, not like that, but with the ancestry stuff I'm doing is like, for example, alright? Provided I got the right family tree on this side, right? Way back. This is a neat fact, right? Okay, so what would the relationship be actually? My mother's great grandmother, I think, had a sister who married a man, had some kids, and one of her sons had a kid after he emigrated to the US, and that kid became a mayor. Fascinating, isn't it? I mean, it is kind of, but still, it's like, yeah, that's cool. Very far removed, though, because it's so far back generation-wise. And even then, it's like down the line of like a relative that's not even direct, technically, because they're just a sibling of the direct ancestor. And that's even provided I've got the right family tree over there. Different than I imagined. From what I could tell, he has no personality. Oh, you're talking about this guy. Dude, I'm not so used to I'm so used to her stuff now. I don't even realize she's ran anymore. Yeah, you have the reversal of that. First of all, she's like, oh, it's so dreamy. And he doesn't pick up on it. But as he gradually picks up on it, and she starts to realize it's kind of crap. Got like these little side stories going on in the backgrounds. Better than having, you know, a world where there's nothing going on outside the main story. This is how I feel this year. Like this girl here. It's like, Hey, I saw that guy tossing the ball in the arcade. I walked up to him so I could ask what the ball was. He just glared at me over his sunglasses. Then he walked out of the arcade without another word. Man, it's scary that for. Right, could it be the devil guy? Was he playing a ball game? He's the only guy I can think of with sunglasses. Or maybe it was someone else, I don't know. Or maybe, no. Maybe it was that dorky guy. I don't know. Like, anyone read the video description of the previous part? It's like my description, you know. Usually I just keep it very straight to the point. Before, you know, that section where we saw those three characters, I was like, the cult leader looking guy and his dorky underling. Because that's how I see that character. Dorky little underling. There's some scary shenanigans going on over those tubes these days. How about that? I'm pretty hip for an old guy. yeah, they got tubes, right? And that's how you communicate on that internet. Now, what I find interesting is I was born in the early 90s, so I was kind of, my age group is kind of on the brink of just before the internet became like really kicked off to where it is now, and you know, the in between, where you know the generation that came after basically grew up with the internet being everywhere. You know, the internet was a thing even when I was born. It just hadn't quite kicked off globally to the extent it has, you know, over the turn of the century. It's kind of wild though to think about it like that. It's like I can remember a time where we actually go outside. You know, nowadays, well, you know, kids still get outside and stuff and all that. You know, nowadays it's like glued to the phones and stuff like that. Didn't have that when I was growing up, when I was a kid. It was still in its infancy back then. I get tired of coming up with new things to put like divide sunlight. But I bet the writer gets tired of having to give us new dialogue. My family always complains when I give them the same dish, so I'm always looking for something. My friend told me about her kid at Yukari who ordered a pork chop sandwich with the couplets at the student shop. I kind of got it mixed up with Clandid there, because they're always going on about sandwiches and Clandid with like capsando. He complained about the pork chop in it of all things, so she got angry. She told him if you don't like the meat, order a sweet face, leave a tricolor cake bread from now on. We're not gonna be hanging out with this guy for a long time. He's social. I've never actually completed this, but I hear it's kind of anticlimactic and a bit shit. It's all just, it's one of the, possibly the most unpopular social media. I found it to be odd, honestly. It felt like it was just weird fat jokes, and it felt like it was leading up to something, but when I heard what it actually leads up to, I'm like, really? That's where it leads to? That's kind of lame. I thought there was going to be some kind of payoff. Yeah, that's everyone's reaction to that socially, guys. You know something cool? You know, it's a place called Bonnie Mall. Maybe I'm going to tell me again, sir. I'm going to go buy a watch. Welcome. We've imported some new items. Take a look. You feel the outfit syndrome that's going around, right? Buy our accessories and you won't have to worry about a fee. You got a tan? Or just, what is that fashion thing in Japan? Where they have that kind of weird, I don't know. I don't think about it. What's her name? Yuko? She got the tan as well? You know, the tan. I forget what it's called. I don't know. Or maybe that's just her natural skin color. The platinum watch is what we need. It's expensive, but we got the money. Doesn't even do anything. Low revival chance. Should I buy anything? How about this? Expensive. Where have I even got it for? Glorious deal. That's good, why not? I could always use some more SP. And I'll get one of these too, why not? You know, in the later games they would have it so you could buy multiple, I think, maybe not once, but no, you gotta Did it all manually, one at a time. And after 50 minutes, I was gonna split this into, well, it is going to split into 2 parts, but I was gonna like do it manually. But I guess I'll just continue the recording on without a pause in between.